Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Boarding, the movie podcast where I force my family friends to watch movies they've never seen before. And today, I'm forcing my friend Zuly to watch one of my favorite movies of all time, Interstellar. Now, this movie is the first, and I guess you could call a series of episodes that I will be doing here and there, sprinkled, just a little bit of sprinkles on your Sunday, of my top 10 favorite movies. Now, if you've heard the podcast, you probably know, at least up to number 5, what my favorite movies are. But from now on, I'm not going to mention it until you get the complete list. But I will say that this, Interstellar, is my number 8 favorite movie of all time. And this will not be the only Christopher Nolan movie on the list. Truth be told, I've only seen this movie about 3 times. And that's because it is such an emotional movie that it's kind of a hard watch. Maybe in the future I'll do something where we watch movies that are kind of difficult to watch just because of the emotion or the subject matter. Another one for me that is kind of difficult to watch, and I've only seen it twice, and I really enjoy this movie, is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It's not so much that it's emotional, it is, and it's a great movie, but it's hard to watch. It's a hard movie to watch without Chadwick Boseman in it. And how they address it was very tastefully done, but it hits you in the face. Like, it's the first thing that happens on screen. So maybe I'll do a couple episodes like that in the future. But thank you so much for listening. And without further delay, this is my number 8 movie of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. 2014's Interstellar. Enjoy. It doesn't matter.
It's still gonna come out, right?
No, it's all gonna be voice. It's all gonna be voice.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you, Zuly. You have a tight schedule, so we're gonna do this in 2 parts. Cause you hold on. Let me put away my snacks. You're a busy woman.
Of course.
And you're moving to Hawaii apparently.
Yeah.
So this will be torture because you're gonna have to stay awake, and this is considered one of the saddest, most emotional movies ever put to cinema, or at least in the last 20 years. Truth be told, and that's why I wanted you to watch this.
I'm probably gonna cry then, huh?
Yes, and you're gonna cry. And also, to the other thing, it's also I told you, but before I chose the movie, I didn't check. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Episode 3.
So the movie we are going to watch today is Interstellar. Now, the reason I made sure you didn't know anything about this or even heard it. Did you ever heard of it?
No, never.
Oh, wow, that's crazy because it's a really popular movie and it has popular people. Like you said, when I sent you the thing, Anne Hathaway's in it.
Mm-hmm.
It stars Anne Hathaway, Matthew McConaughey. Let's see who else is in it. There's one famous person that I'm not gonna spoil. Timothy Chalamet comes out in this movie.
Really?
Christine Chastain, Michael Caine. So this movie is directed by Christopher Nolan. You probably don't know that name, but he was the one that directed Oppenheimer, all the Batman movies,
Mm-hmm.
Inception, which I know we've seen. I'm pretty sure we've seen Inception together.
Yes.
So yeah, he's the one that directed this movie. Now, on the subject of crying and movies that make you cry, what movies have you seen that made you cry? Literally all of them.
Literally all of them.
Did you cry at The Devil Wears Prada 2?
No, I did tear up a little bit when they were being mean to Andy. I was like, excuse me? But yeah, no, I didn't cry. I think, Michael Jackson's the new movie.
Why is
Oh my
everybody all
God.
that? Nah. What part
When
did you
they were
cry at?
hitting me, when they were hitting him,
Oh,
and his dad was hitting me, and I was like,
yeah, his dad
yeah,
was a terrible person.
exactly.
So
Even in like
you do
fiction,
cry in a lot of movies, huh?
I do. I'm such a crybaby.
Okay, but what about movies? Do you have any idea what this movie is about at all?
Like, I saw some astronauts. They're going somewhere. The moon?
It's about space. Yeah, so just
Uh-huh.
very briefly, this movie is set in the future, although I think it might be the present now because this movie came out like 10 years ago.
Mm.
A very short synopsis is basically a former NASA engineer has to make the decision to leave Earth to save Earth because Earth is dying. At this point in the story, most of crops and animals have gone extinct. It's a very pessimistic, very dystopian world, and this father has to make the decision to leave Earth in order to travel to space to find another planet
Oh.
that's inhabitable. So he has to leave his family behind. and that's where the
Dang.
emotional part comes in. So that is
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. And the reason I say I'm surprised you haven't heard of this movie because it's very, very popular. And when we're gonna watch it, but when we come back, remind me to tell you a story of when I went to go see it because it involves a mutual friend of ours.
Where did you go? To the theaters?
Went to the theaters. I was with my parents. I'll tell you the story when we come back because it's more
Okay.
interesting. That's the whole point. It'd be really, really sad.
Okay.
So for me, I would say the movies that always. I mean, I've cried. I mean, like you say you saw Devil Wears Prada and you cried. I cried in Infinity War and in Endgame. The Marvel movies, Star Wars movies. But I remember that I think you showed me this movie for with that intention in mind of me wanting to get emotional, but I thought it was a dumb movie. Which
Oh,
was
uh
which one is it?
I think it was Cellar 7, Cellar
Yeah.
6, something like that.
Was it
Yeah.
something in Cell Block 7 or something like that?
Yeah.
What was that? That was such
I
a
know, let me look
stupid
it up.
movie.
No, it's not. It's like
Miracle in Cell Block 7.
yes, there you go.
Miracle in Cell number 7, yeah.
And so yeah.
The but we saw the oh gosh, it's on Netflix. We saw the because it's Turkish, right?
Yes, it's like the original one is a Turkish one, but
Or is there a Korean version?
there is a Korean version.
Interesting. Yeah, that movie was terrible.
It's so sad.
Why do you find that movie it's not sad, it's
Well, the guy is sick, mentally sick or something like that. And then
yeah,
he has a daughter,
yeah,
and then they're really poor, and apparently the general was passing by with his daughter, and they go buy a backpack that the girl wanted, that the
yeah.
dad was gonna buy her. So the rich people buy it first, and the girl's crying, is like, "No, dad, like I want that one." So she goes to the general and is like, "Oh, my daughter wants it," but like in his language because he can't speak with words. And he thought that he was like harassing the girl or whatever. So they kill him. Well, no, they did not kill him. They put him in jail. So he doesn't get to see her kid, her little
Yeah,
girl,
but the
for
whole
like a
reason
couple of
they
years.
put him in jail is because then later on that little girl gets murdered by somebody else or she falls or she dies.
Yeah, she falls in the river, and they think it's his fault
They
because
think
they
it's
were
his
chasing her.
fault,
Yeah.
but then because he just finds the backpack and he takes it.
Yes, yes, there you go. Uh-huh.
But then somebody else who defected from the army sees this happen, but he has the truth, but he can't say anything because he defected from the army.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sad for the sake of being sad, and I do not like that.
It's very injustice. Well, we see today's world.
Okay, you're gonna have to check this movie out on your own. But it's there's a movie called Heart and Soul,
Heart and
starring
soul.
Robert Downey Jr. And I think that is the first time I remember as a kid crying at a movie. It came out like in the early '90s. Heart and Souls with Robert Downey Jr. 1993. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that movie made
Comedy
me
and
cry.
fantasy.
Yeah, so basically this kid. So something happened like in the 50s, right when this kid was born, and right as he was born, there was a bus crash and these people died, and then they became like his guardian angels,
Oh.
and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and they became like, but he can see them like all throughout
Oh.
his childhood, and then one day I think they disappear or something like that. Then as an adult, he kind of forgets about it. They come back and they're still like his guardian angels slash ghosts,
Mm-hmm.
then he basically has to reconcile certain situations that they were in that they weren't able to complete or something like that, or just like say goodbye to their family members and then they can finally like ascend to heaven or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
the emotional part was that the most emotional part was that a woman, she died and she left her two kids or at least one of them by themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and so he has to like go to the kid that's now grown up and like talk to him, and I was like, oh, like that's what made me cry. I remember.
Mm.
What other movies have you cried in?
Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic is pretty sad-ish.
What other movies that I heard recently or old ones?
Oh, any. What's a movie that you watch and no matter what happens it makes you cry?
The Notebook. I think we talked about this the other time.
Yeah, we did actually. The Notebook.
The Notebook. I mean, those are the. And then, although I already know the ending, like I still cry. Like I'm just such a
Yeah,
crybaby.
I can see that. But it's funny. I don't. To me, not. It sounds bad. I don't mean this to sound like it's gonna sound, but you don't seem like an emotional person like that. in general, but it's just with movies that you find yourself to be like that?
Yeah, just well, even on Instagram, like I've been watching like videos and stuff.
Mm.
I'm telling you.
You see like puppies or something, and you're like, ah, no.
Yeah. I was like, "Se va a caer, se va a caer."
That's crazy. So I guess it's just a visual media. Oh,
Yeah,
and
it's
also too,
more
like
visual.
JW Broadcasting and some of the videos they
Mhm.
post, like those, yeah, those are pretty emotional. But some of them, I'm like, okay, like, you know, my stance on this. It's like uh, sad for the sake of being sad, or like they're just trying to get an emotional, not the broadcasting videos, but just in general.
Mhm.
And it's like they're just trying to make you feel sad, and I'm like, no, I will not fall for that, sir. Which is why
That's
I didn't like
media.
Miracle and Cell Block 7.
Oh. Mhm. Miracle.
Okay, so are you ready to take this journey of 1,000 light years? So when we watch this movie, I want you to take note of all the emotions that you feel,
Okay.
and just notice also to try to pay attention as much as you can to the science because it's science.
Oh, science. Okay.
There's science involved, and then we'll
That's
talk
fine.
about it in either today or tomorrow, whenever we get a chance to do it.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll go ahead and watch the movie. This is gonna be Zuli's. This is your second time, Zuli, on the
I
podcast.
know. Well, thank you for bringing me back, guys.
Well, we had to wait until you were done with tax season. So,
I know. That was a
alrighty. So
nightmare,
this is
but I
two
survived.
oh my gosh, yes. Did you make a lot of money?
Yeah, I'm a baller.
Anyways,
Like for like a month.
2014. Oh my, is this movie really 12 years old?
12 years old.
2014, Interstellar. Yep, it is. All right, Zuli. Well, we'll watch the movie and we'll get back after this in about 3 or 4 hours. All right.
Okay, but
We'll do this really quick 'cause I know you're hungry and you're eating, but I can hear you chew.
Oh my bad.
No, you're good. But all right, so we are back for the second part. Now, first question, Zuli. How many tears did you shed? So from a scale, the scale starts at 10 and it goes to 20 because there's no zero. So how many tears did you shed watching this movie?
Like, I did not cry, but I did get like a little bit sad. But I was like, it wasn't enough for me to cry.
You serious? I was bawling. And okay, truth be told, I've seen this movie. This is one of my favorite movies, but I've only ever seen it. This will be the third time I've seen it because it is for me. It's a hard movie to watch. Like
Mhm.
it's well, not only is it long, but
It's
it's
pretty
just
long.
it's hard to watch because it's so sad. How do you not have a heart, Zuli?
I guess not yesterday.
OMG. Maybe you didn't find it sad, but you get why people say it's like a sad movie.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
And I think it touched on my cart because I like sci-fi and it has sci-fi and it's like emotional.
Mm.
But that's interesting that I honestly I thought would have thought maybe because I hyped it up too much.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
So
I couldn't really I mean, I did understand, but like no, it just didn't touch me as much. When he was in that dimension, when he was trying to come back and like the ghost, it was him.
yeah.
Like it was just leading to her.
Hmm.
So like the fact that he was like trying to communicate with her and he
Hmm.
just couldn't come back at the time. And the timing was like crazy. He was like what, 124 years or something like that?
Yeah, so that means yeah, it's 174 years. So that means she is probably like one. I would imagine if it is 124 something years, she's probably like 100 and like 40 or something.
Around there, yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, spoiler for the ending. Now, my thing is, I watched this movie again with you, and I like I said, I hadn't seen it in a while, for sure, a long time. There's a couple things that I noticed in this time watching. One of the things that I noticed is a simple premise, like we said before, he has to save the planet, but he has to leave his daughter, and because of that, uh, because of the time dilation, he's gonna age slowly, and she's gonna age a lot faster, which is actually a thing. Like that's 100% true.
Or in there.
um, yeah, so the science in this movie is theoretically possible. So the director Christopher Nolan had many consultants, and one of the guys that consulted was a physicist named Kip Thorne. And Kip Thorne's rule was we can do everything except the one rule they couldn't break was to break the speed of light. Like nothing can go faster than the speed of light.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the times the director would have this idea of how certain things worked, and then the physicist would leave and then come back and be like, okay, like this is how it could possibly work. But one of the things that I noticed, so when they get off that water planet with the wave,
Mm. Mhm.
they start looking at all the videos, like 23 years of messages. So every hour on that planet is 7 years. So they
Yeah,
spent
that
like
was
almost 2.5
crazy.
hours, and the guy was old and whatever. So they had 23 years of messages, and then the first ones he sees is Timothy Chalamet, his son, and he's
Mhm.
talking about a girl, and then he gets married, and then he has a grandson named Jesse.
Mhm,
And then the
mhm.
next one is like him basically saying like, "This is the last time I'm going to contact you because things are getting bad on here on the planet." And I didn't notice that's what point I'm getting to. I didn't notice that his son died.
Oh, the first one?
The first one, yeah, because the first one was named Jesse, and then the second one was named Coop.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
he says something like, with the situation with this, and then with Jesse, like it's getting really hard. And I was like, oh no, I didn't notice that. But apparently he died.
Mm.
He died of a lung disease
Oh, because of the dust.
because of the
Everybody was
dust.
dying.
Yeah. And speaking of the dust, did you notice that there were like interviews with like older people throughout the movie?
Yeah, yeah.
So those people were people that lived through the era of the Dust Bowl in the 1930s in the Midwest, which was
Mm.
basically I'm sure you read about it in school.
Mhm.
But very basically, it was in the 1930s. There was basically a huge dust storm that lasted for a long time because of different because of climate change, or because of the weather, because of a huge drought, and then practices in farming. So basically, what you saw in the movie was happening in the 1930s during that time in the
Mm.
Midwest, and I'm sorry, not the Midwest, the Great Plains. So they were interviewing those people.
Oh, okay.
But did you notice that one of the persons that they interviewed was the actress who was Murph when she was older?
More?
Yeah, when she was older. So like they kind of give a hint to like what's gonna happen because one of the
Uh,
people that they interviewed was Murph when she was older.
it starts at the beginning and at the end when they showed the museum at his house.
Yeah, yeah, and I think
There's
it's somewhere in the
scenes.
middle. Somewhere in the middle, they do it again too.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm. Oh, no,
Uh,
I didn't catch that.
okay, so that was one thing that I noticed, and then Murph too was the other thing that I noticed. Now, for you? What were some key moments in this entire movie? Moments that you enjoyed?
I like how at the beginning when how he figures out where this location is, and then he goes because his character as a father is to his kids to be safe, right? So Murph
Yeah.
didn't understand that because she was like little. She was just like, "Stay, Dad, stay," like, and
Oh,
then
how
that.
could you not cry at that
I know.
moment? When he's like, "Don't make me leave like this, Murph."
I know. I thought for a second he was gonna
He was
stay,
gonna
but I
stay.
mean, it was gonna be like the whole movie thing. But I was
Yeah.
like, dang. And then he goes, and then the messages. That's
Mhm.
when, like, I was like, oof.
The
Time
ghost.
flies out of nowhere, and all your kids are like growing up, having
Yeah.
kids. And when he shows his grandson, he's like, your grandpa now. I was like, dang, he wasn't there like for all those moments. When Murph, it was tough when Murph didn't want to record with his for his dad. I was
No,
like,
she basically was a
"Oh."
kid and then an adult.
Yeah. And then at the end when she tells Bran that the dad died,
Yeah.
Dr. Dr. Bran,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, he died peaceful."
Oh, and
And
then
then
you
they
find
know.
out that he was lying the entire time?
I know that was crazy. I was like, "No
I don't know if I
way."
remember I don't know if I remember that from the first time, but for sure when I saw that, I was like, "What?"
But then I didn't understand why when he comes back, like the world was like a circle or like the dimension was different. What was
Yeah,
that
so
about?
what happened was, I don't know if you remember when he wakes up and he's talking to one of the doctors and he's like, "Where am I?" He's like, you're on Murphy Station." And he's like, "Oh,
Cooper. Oh
oh,
yeah, yeah,
sorry,
Murphy.
Cooper Station, you're right."
Cooper Station.
And he's like, "Well, you named it after me." He's like, "No, we named it after your daughter." So basically, the humans had left Earth already, and so they're in like these floating space stations in space. And so that one that he was on
Oh.
was in Saturn, was near Saturn,
Oh.
where
Okay, okay.
they took the black hole or the anomaly to travel through to the other
Mhm.
planets.
Yeah, that was crazy.
One of the things I remember this from the beginning, but that not only is the world dystopian, like the crops they say like basically was it the only crop that's available is corn because
Mhm.
okra was the last one that was gone, but also too that the people are very pessimistic. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
there's I know that they don't have resources. That one I get. They don't have resources to send people to college. Fine, they need farmers. But the other thing was too that they start believing that the moon landing was fake.
Mhm.
Dude,
That's right.
that one every single time I see that, it pisses me off. Sorry, but it ticks me off. And I was like, they're so pessimistic about that it was propaganda and stuff like that. And it really bugs me now because with the Artemis mission, the Artemis 2 mission, a lot of people were saying like the same things again. And I'm like, bro, like just so dumb, so dumb. They're so pessimistic. They don't have any hope for the future. And for me, I think this is probably like the saddest depiction of like a future in any movie I've seen. Like
That's
it
crazy,
it
I know.
it bugged the crap out of me. I really liked how Cooper backed up Murphy, like in those situations.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
It's really sweet.
I did not expect when Dr. Man, like, was trying to push the guy over. I was like, "What is going on here?"
Did you
And he
did you
lied
notice?
too.
Yeah, did you notice? Did you get any sort of like inkling that that was gonna happen?
No, no, it was so
Nothing.
unexpected. I didn't think that, but
I remember watching the first time, and I was like, okay, this dude, something's gonna happen with this dude because one, the way he was talking to Cooper, like he was just
Mm,
talking a lot, and I was, a lot of people would say like maybe, oh, it's because he hadn't seen anybody in God knows how
that's
long.
right.
But then also too, like the person like me in my mind that like loves movies, I'm like, you wouldn't put this famous person in for like 20 minutes without him having to do something.
A purpose, yeah, bigger
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." So that was the other thing too, and I'm gonna kind of like, how can I say this? I'm gonna sound very pessimistic and kind of contradict what I just said, but
You're
I
telling
do
us
believe, yeah, I do believe that Professor Brand was right from a certain point of view of not telling Cooper and his daughter about what was happening because they said like the whole reason they hadn't figured out how to do certain things is because they needed to see the inside of a black hole in order to finish the
Mhm.
equations. So the doctor already finished the equation long before they left, but he was like, I can't, the math doesn't work completely unless we need to see the inside of a black hole. So at that point, Dr. Brand, which is played by Michael Caine, I'm sorry, Professor Brand, played by Michael Caine, he makes a decision to basically start with plan B instead of A. He knew, like, basically, he said plan A is not going to work. Plan B is to colonize, like, take these
Mhm.
fertilized eggs and have them somehow grow over there.
Mhm.
Now, when Man was explaining things to him, he said Brand basically knew that if the population knew that basically you're abandoning Earth, starting somewhere else, he said one, people would go like crazy. There would be mass chaos. And two, that when you put somebody in that situation, humans will choose self-preservation over trying to save everybody else. So basically like you
Exactly.
would you would save your family, yourself or your family, but you would not do all these things for the rest of humanity. Now,
Mhm.
I don't know if you believe that's true, but I 100% believe that's true.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're telling the person like go rescue them because you want to save your family, but hey, if I tell you the truth, like you're not gonna come back. Like there's no way it's gonna function. You're not gonna go. You're gonna stay with your family, a hundred
You're like,
percent.
yeah, you're not saving humanity, you're not saving your family, you're saving humanity, and you'll never see your
Mhm.
family again. You're like, I was thinking about that, and I was like, I would have a tough time leaving.
Choosing. Mhm.
Yeah, leaving. And that's why Dr. Brand, played by Anne Hathaway, was saying that the previous astronauts, they told him not to have any attachments. So like no boyfriends, no girlfriends, no children. So it'd be a whole lot easier for you guys to leave. Could you make
Mhm.
that decision, Zuly, to like leave your
Today?
family or just in general?
Yes. I would go if I was that smart.
That's true because you have to be super. Like you could tell that these people were geniuses.
Yeah. What planet was that when they were at the waves?
That was, I think they just named it Miller's planet because
Oh,
it's not a planet within our solar system or even our galaxy, but they called it Miller's planet because that was the planet that astronaut went to, and that was
mm,
crazy that they said like the wave got the astronaut Miller, that
mhm.
she was on that planet, like, and they're like, oh yeah, she had probably just gotten there like minutes before we did, and then
That's
she
crazy.
died.
That wave was insane.
Yeah. Did you notice that like in the music they had on the planet, it was like a ticking, like a clock. It was like tick,
Mm.
tick, tick. Oh, dude, the music is so good.
Oh, no, I didn't pay attention to that.
So like the main theme, I'm sure you've heard of the main theme because it's on TikTok all the time. Let me see if I can play it for you. I don't even know if I can, but it's called like the Interstellar theme. It's on TikTok
Mm,
all the time. Hans Zimmer. Oh my god, it's so good. I think
okay.
everybody did an amazing job of the way that they acted, and I like Matthew McConaughey did such a great job.
Yeah, everybody did good. I'm looking it up.
Look it up.
Mm,
Looking at
and Stellar what? The song?
I think it's called Interstellar theme or something like that. It's like dun dun
Let me see.
dun dun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would want to go
So
see it live.
yeah, I'm sure they do that. Have you been to one of those like at the Hollywood Bowl with it?
No, no, I want
Dude,
to.
the whole time I lived in LA, I've never went to one. My sister went to go see Looney Tunes live, and she said it was
I,
pretty
w-
cool.
I wanted to see La La Land. La La Land would have been amazing.
That's one of my favorite movies too, which I'm gonna do with somebody. Do an episode with that with somebody. You've seen it
Oh,
already, so.
I know.
Uh, okay, so now it's time for anecdote time. Yesterday I told you that I was bawling, okay? And the reason I was is because I was by myself. Like, so I
Okay.
could just like,
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
who cares? So, not that I don't have emotions, because I do sometimes, but I don't like to. I just don't care to like. I don't want. Not that I feel vulnerable. It's just like I don't. People don't need to see my emotions. Like those are for me. You
Mhm.
know. Okay. So the first time I watched this movie, like this movie for me is very emotional. Especially so the two parts when he's reading all the messages when they're all older, and then at the end where he's on Cooper Station, and then his daughter comes and she's like 104 years old, and he's like I don't know, like 40,
Mhm.
and then she's all like, "Oh, and that was the other thing too." That's when I started crying. I literally was like, oh my god," where like she goes to hug him or like she shows him and she's wearing the watch that she's wearing the watch, and I was like, "Oh
Oh,
god,
that's
no."
right. The
She's still
watch.
wearing the watch. Okay, so those were the parts that I started like bawling, right? Then he says like, "I have my fam like we were together, we were always together, but I have my family now. Like you can go." And he's like, "Where am I gonna go?" He's gonna go meet with Brand, right? And they're gonna have babies or whatever. Point being, when I went to go see this, I went with my family. I went with Kiyoshi and Sam and Jacob. Okay,
Mhm.
so it was me, Jacob, and then Kiyoshi. The movie ends, and Jacob is bawling. Like, and I don't feel bad saying this because he'll tell you himself. Like he
Mhm.
was like like inconsolable to the point where Kiyoshi I remember was like, "Hey bro, like it's okay." And he goes, "Don't touch me. Don't touch me." And I was like, "Yo, dude, like this movie hit hard, yo. It hit all the feels." And
Dang.
that's kind of how I was yesterday when I saw it.
You're a Jacob now.
Have you ever had a movie like that where you're just like, I can't, like I'm done with life and society?
I think. Oh, the pianist.
Oh, The Pianist?
Mhm.
You've seen that movie? That's
Yes,
interesting. I have never seen that. I know the movie, but I've never seen it before.
that
With
one,
Adrian.
and I think the seller. It's like the saddest ever.
That one's not like well, because like any Holocaust, I guess, would be pretty sad.
I've noticed that I do cry more when it's based on a true story.
This one was based on a true story.
Oh, I was. Oh,
No,
I
it
didn't
wasn't.
know.
There's another movie that was like this that I wanted to choose that talks about time travel, I guess you could say. Have you ever seen the movie Arrival with
Mm,
Amy? It's Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner.
no, I don't think so.
Oh, we got to do that one because that one's also very good too. It's not. It is emotional, but it's one of those that makes you think long after it's done. You know what we were saying that this movie was very long. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, but it didn't seem that long to me, honestly. I don't know if you
Mm-mm.
felt that it really did. And you know what? Like the action, like them actually going to space, doesn't start for like 45 minutes. But I didn't
Mhm.
feel that it dragged. Like from the moment it started, I was like engaged. When he finds the
Mhm.
drone, like all those little things. I don't know if you felt the same way.
Yeah, the drone was really cool when he was like going into the crops trying to get a signal or whatever.
But did you feel it dragged on?
No, because when he leaves the house, remember, like he's like already like launching. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool because I mean, we already knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, the action, there's really no action in the beginning, but it doesn't feel like you're engaged. Were you engaged like since from the beginning, even though you fell
Yes.
asleep?
Yes. It was really good. I finished the whole thing at the end. I wanted to watch more, but
There's nothing else.
there's nothing else.
There's nothing else. This actually ties in with there's a Christopher Nolan movie coming out in July 17th, The Odyssey, with Matt Damon and
Mm,
Anne Hathaway,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Zendaya,
yeah.
Tom Holland, all these
Yes,
other people.
I
Are you
think
gonna go
so.
watch that one?
Yes. And I want
All
more.
right. So all in all, Zuli, um,
I'll let you know if I cry.
yeah.
If I was in my field.
Yeah, yeah. So all in all, what do you think of this movie?
I really liked it. I would recommend it for people to watch it if they haven't seen it.
Do you think your parents would like this movie or Kenya?
So I asked my dad, I was like, haven't you seen this movie before? My dad is always watching movies like on
Yeah.
Sunday. That's his thing. And
Oh,
I
well, I get
think
some
I
recommendations from.
yeah. So I was like, "Have you watched it?" And he kind of told me how it was gonna go down. I was like, "Really? That happened?" So I was like, "Okay, yes, I want to watch it."
Okay.
So yeah, my dad liked it. My mom doesn't because she doesn't understand English, but my dad will watch them
Your
even
mom
though they're.
understands English. She just pretends that she doesn't.
So she falls asleep at movies. She's
Oh,
not a
okay.
good
Well,
movie
there you go.
person.
That's probably the problem. Yeah, more than anything.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Alrighty
go
then.
watch it, guys. It's on YouTube, not more Netflix. Shoot.
It's out on Netflix, yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Zuly. I appreciate it. This movie's. I can't stress enough how much I like this movie. I think I'm gonna put this in my top 10 movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know which one I'm bumping out of there, but
Give me top five.
oh, top 5 easy. Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Number 2 is The Matrix. Number 3 is The Dark Knight. Number 4 is Forrest Gump, and then number 5 is The Lion King.
Oh, The Lion King.
Have you seen any of those? You've seen those, right?
I probably haven't seen the first four. Or
You've seen
maybe I
Star Wars.
have.
You've seen Star Wars. You've seen Star
Yes,
Wars.
yes, but I don't know the names of all of them. I'm
You've
not
seen The
not
Matrix.
good with that Jason.
What about Forrest
I
Gump? Have you seen Forrest Gump?
no, let me see.
Tell your dad, because your
I'm pretty
dad
sure he
has.
has watched it.
Yeah, it's true.
I think so. Yeah, like I've seen these movies like a long time ago, and I have to rewatch them because I don't
Yeah.
remember all of it. I think I have seen it. I know.
Gosh, I love Interstellar. I wish I could talk more about Interstellar all day, every day. Time dilation. Oh, that's so cool.
What would you edit from the movie to make it like better?
Ooh, that's a good question. What would I change from the movie to make it better? I think I know they had to specifically focus on
Mm-hmm.
Murphy because she was the one that was closest to her dad, and then she was the one that became the scientist to figure it out. But I feel like Tom doesn't get enough play, really. Like he kind of just like don't focus on Tom as much. And
Mm-hmm.
like if they would have focused on both of the kids, I think that would have been a little bit better. And also too, like more focus more on like what's going on around the world because you only see whatever I don't know what part of the world that they were living in, but you only ever see like really what's there. You hear what other stuff is happening, but like was there war? Was there also like stuff like that? Although they say there's no more wars, but how could there not be wars if there's a situation going on like that? I mean, maybe they don't
Exactly.
have the resources anymore to be war, but there would still be conflicts within. Like I would imagine something like that happen. And I hate to say this because it's probably the way things are going. But here in the United States, if something like that was happening, there would for sure be a civil war, like 100%. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
that aspect, but again, it's already 2.5 hours. Like,
I know you would add another hour just to explain that
yeah.
probably.
What about you?
Like and those 20 years of messages,
Hmm.
they catched up on their family side.
Yeah,
It would have been nice to show a little bit of clips, 5 minutes or so, from what the world had passed, had
yeah,
been.
yeah.
I think
Because
that would add.
20 years had passed, and you would imagine like they seemed like they were on the brink already. You know.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that because it'll spoil something else. I always find it very interesting and also like mind-boggling.
Mhm.
Like it breaks my mind when there's movies like this that it's like so the messages, the ghost messages or whatever,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, it turned out to be Coop, right?
Mhm.
When he was in the fifth dimension, the Tesseract, and that was basically a civilization that created that in order for him to understand or to be able to see time the way that they perceive time, right? In
Mhm.
5 dimensions and not something linear that like goes forward and you can't go back, you can't go forward, you can only go in that moment that you're in, right?
Mhm.
Which thinking about it right now makes me it boggles my mind. It makes me like I'm gonna have a
Why?
panic
Why?
attack.
Why? Spit it. Spit
No, no.
it.
Okay, so like that these creatures or something invented like who do you think that was? Or who like the movie says it,
They.
but I don't know if you caught that. It's they, right? But who is they?
Uh-huh. I don't know. What are they
Okay,
referring?
so I did a little like let me pull up my information.
You did your research?
I did my research. I sound like a what is it called? I sound like a conspiracy theorist. It was the human. It was humans.
Humans?
Humans were the ones that did that. So this is called a closed loop paradox or a bootstrap paradox. So let me read what this says.
Okay.
Cooper's actions were necessary because future humans only exist because he saved humanity. Yet, he only saved humanity because the future humans built the Tesseract to guide him. His choices were essential catalyst for the timeline where they survived to become those advanced beings. So, in essence, both Coops, saved
Mhm.
humanity, and humanity was able to continue on into the future and built this tesseract so that Cooper in the past was able to understand and send that information to his daughter. But how could he have done that if the humans in the
Mhm.
future hadn't survived?
Mm-hmm.
because he was the one that saved the humans. So it's called like a bootstrap paradox. Like it basically like humans in the future were able to save humanity in the past because the humans in the past were able to save humanity, and therefore humans were able to advance. But they wouldn't have advanced if Cooper wouldn't have saved them. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah, all of
But it's
that, I
crazy.
was trying to understand it when he was in that dimension. I was like, wait, what? Like, because they were trying to change it at one part of the movie, like it was getting destroyed because he
Mhm.
was changing already the time.
Yeah, he was
I
trying to
was
change it,
like,
but he couldn't change anything because it already
mm-hmm.
happened. But how could he have how could he have sent the message to her if he had never gone? So like if he had never gone, he wouldn't have never be able to send a message.
That's why he said they picked her,
But see,
wanted
that doesn't
her.
make any sense too because he was saying like in that moment he was trying to show her the Murphy, the kid Murph, to stay. Like that was he was doing with the Morse code. But if he would have stayed, he never would have been able to save humanity in the first place. So why,
Exactly.
like at that point, he probably knew already that. So why was he trying to tell her to stay,
Mm-hmm.
or him to stay?
Well, maybe for her not to go, because when
For
he
him
came
not to
back, she
go,
left. Uh-huh.
yeah, then he wouldn't
And
have
then,
been able to save humanity. And at that point, also too like once they were on the water planet and they missed like 20 something years, it's like bro, like, and he wanted to go back, and that was gonna be like another couple years. I was like, you're already gonna be way younger than your daughter.
yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, those are good questions, Lily. You're so smart. You got any more cool? You got any more good questions?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Thank you so much. This is the real sign off.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. When is this gonna be released?
Probably around the time the Odyssey
From
comes
the
out
yes.
for
Okay.
engagement. Yeah. So movie boarding at movie boarding on YouTube on the tubes. So do you want to promote anything? You want to promote your want to promote H on our block?
Nah, it's over. I'm not
See, it's
working there
over.
no more.
But what if people haven't filed yet?
They could still file.
They just get penalized.
So technically, a tip, heads up, if you have a refund, if you usually get a refund, you don't have to file by April 15th
Oh,
because IRS comes after people that owe. So if you owe, you have to pay April 15th. If
gotcha.
you have refund, they're not going to tell you, hey, it's April 15th, here's your money, you know?
It would penalize you to give you money.
Exactly.
Oh,
So,
okay,
but
okay,
because
okay.
people have refund, they try to go as early so they could get it at the
They
beginning
can
of
get
the year.
money, yeah. Yeah. And then people that don't get money, they wait until the end. Good thing I
Hmm.
had that 401k because that helped a lot. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll see you in July,
When are you coming in July?
June 26th or 27th. I'm going to be there, and then we're going to leave the 29th. Anyways, all right, dude. I'll check you later.
Okay. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for tuning in. What is your channel called again?
Movie boarding. Are you not subscribed? You're my friend. You're like my
I can't
best
keep
female
up.
friend. How dare you?
Yes, subscribe, like, share. It's fun.
You need to be more